Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Lakers have two established stars, LeBron James and Luka Doncic. After Doncic's arrival, two Lakers players have improved their production and are playing at a high level, and could become the Lakers' new stars in the future. Austin Reaves and Rui Hachimura are playing at a high level, which makes the Lakers favorites and feared by their Western rivals once again. The NBA's best Big Four is on the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers always seem to find a way to gain a rookie gem. Austin Reaves' impact on this team has played a big part in the success they've had. Reaves went undrafted in the 2021 NBA draft after declining to be selected 42nd overall by the Detroit Pistons. He instead opted to sign a two-way contract with the Lakers on August 3, 2021. Many teams seemed hesitant about the rookie, although the purple and gold saw a future with him. Surrounded by veterans like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they would help Reaves, which translated to his rising career today. In July 2023, Austin would sign a 4-year, $53.8 million contract extension with LA. Austin Reaves' impact and confidence on the rise. Breakthrough. Reaves appeared to take a significant step forward during his second season. Unfortunately, he would come off the bench in favor of more experienced players. Since then, there's no question about where Reaves stands in the Lakers' rotation. He is a solidified starter and third-star option behind James and newly acquired Luka Doncic. His breakout over the years earned him the trust of both his teammates and the Lakers' coaching staff. In a league where draft status often determines an NBA player's value and skill, Reaves is proving that narrative is not always true. Confidence and respect gained. Despite going undrafted, Reaves continued to work on his game and kept a chip on his shoulder. Although it took a few years until his breakthrough, Reaves continues to prove the doubters wrong. During the 2023 postseason, it was clear that Reaves had taken that next step and gained the trust of superstar James. According to Taylor Hayes of Lakers.com, Reaves didn't understand why James was being hard on him early in his career, although he later found out it had meaning. I remember my rookie year, LeBron was on my A** for a 2-week stretch, and I was getting frustrated. I would mess up in games, and he would critique me a lot. I got really frustrated because I felt like he just kept coming after me. But not in a bad way, he just wanted me to be better. I went to Phil Handy, and I was like, he needs to give me a break, I'm still learning. And Phil was like, the only reason he's on you like that is because he believes in you. The Lakers now have 3 perimeter players they can rely on to make good decisions with the ball in their hands, either as a scorer or passer. With only a few games together, the chemistry seems to be growing. That was especially seen after beating the Denver Nuggets and ending their 9-game winning streak on Saturday in a dominant 123-100 win. Impact moving forward. With the 2024-25 regular season more than 2/3 over, Reaves' confidence and impact will be essential for this team. Reaves being able to be effective off the ball, create for others, and be a two-way player is going to be needed for the Lakers to stay in the right direction. Reaves is currently averaging 19.2 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 6.1 assists on 44.6% from the field. As the Lakers look to be championship contenders with James and Doncic, Reaves will undoubtedly be a crucial piece to this team. With a tough schedule remaining and a tight Western Conference, Reaves will be an important player for the Lakers. His journey from undrafted player to key contributor has already exceeded expectations. But for Austin Reaves, the end goal is to win a championship. Austin Reaves makes an early statement about Lakers' future with Luka Doncic. Austin Reaves is putting the concerns to rest. When the Los Angeles Lakers acquired Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks, questions quickly arose about what it meant for Austin Reaves. Reeves had been the Lakers' starting point guard in 2024-25, putting forth a career year and seemingly taking a step toward stardom. It's still early in their partnership, but Doncic's arrival in Los Angeles doesn't seem to have stifled Reeves in the way some had anticipated. Doncic and Reeves may very well form the backcourt of the future for the Lakers. They're two of the most productive guards in the NBA, with Doncic setting the standard as the reigning scoring champion, and Reeves inching closer to all-star status. There are rational concerns, however, over how two guards who aren't necessarily known for their defense will manage to coexist. Thankfully, the early return on this investment has been nothing short of riveting. Reeves has thrived alongside Doncic, as well as during the games that the superstar has missed early in his Lakers tenure, thus providing ample reason for optimism. During Los Angeles's most recent outing, a long-awaited win over the Denver Nuggets, optimism became something more tangible when Doncic and Reeves helped the Lakers secure a win that was years in the making. Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, proving compatible early in Lakers' tenure. Entering the Lakers' recent clash with the Nuggets, the feud between the two sides barely qualified as a rivalry. Denver had won 13 of the previous 14 games, including every regular season encounter since the calendar turned over to 2023. Doncic put an end to that abysmal trend, leading the Lakers to a 123-100 decimation of the Nuggets that had the NBA buzzing. Doncic went off, pouring in 32 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and a block in his best performance as a Laker. He was one of 4 starters to score at least 20 points, which may be the biggest talking point of all. Doncic, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and Reeves all finished with at least 20 points, with the latter standing out in multiple respects. Reeves finished with 23 points, shooting 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 6 at the charity stripe. He also dished out 7 assists while committing just 2 turnovers, thus tying Doncic for the team lead in dimes. Reeves is now averaging 21.3 points, 7.3 assists, 4.8 rebounds, 1.2 steals, and 2.5 three-point field goals made on .451/.367/.901 shooting in 26 games since Christmas Day. Thankfully, rather than struggling alongside 2 ball-dominant teammates in Doncic and James, Reeves is sustaining his remarkable quality of play. He's also sprinkled in dominant showings when Doncic has been out of the lineup, dropping 45 points on February 8 and 32 on February 20. It's too soon for a standard to have been officially set, but in the early weeks of the Doncic and Reeves pairing, the Lakers appear to be in good hands. Luka Doncic, Lakers have teamed to win NBA championship. The Los Angeles Lakers returned to the court on Saturday and ended the Denver Nuggets' 9-game winning streak with a 123-100 victory on the road. The Lakers led wire to wire and answered every Nuggets run, which is not something that had happened in recent matchups between these teams. Luka Doncic had his first breakout performance with the Lakers as he led all scorers with 32 points on 10 of 22 shooting to go along with 10 rebounds, 7 assists, foul steals, and a block. LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Rui Hachimura also combined for 69 points, while the team had a good game plan to limit Nikola Jokic. The Lakers' all-around performance offered a glimpse of how dominant they can be when everyone is on the same page. "Our goal is to win the championship, that's our only goal," Doncic said when asked how far the team can go. "And I think we have the team for that. Obviously the chemistry with me and the guys is gonna take a little time, but as you saw today, I think it's getting better and better." The Lakers' win over the Nuggets was only their second in the last 15 games between the teams. But if Saturday night was any indication, LA could be a force against any team when everything is clicking for them. The Lakers still have a long way to go to build chemistry, but they are making good progress and results are starting to come because of it. With Doncic rounding into form after admittedly being rusty in his first few games with the team, there's no tell what the ceiling of this team can be. How well could Lakers finish with Luka Doncic? Rival execs weigh in. Before Luka Doncic dropped 32 points in the Lakers' win over the Nuggets on Saturday, his return to Los Angeles after a 6-week calf injury had been underwhelming. Many expected a quicker adjustment, but that was never going to be the case, as written by NBA insider Tim Bontemps of ESPN. The transition from playing as the undisputed leader in Dallas to sharing the spotlight with LeBron James has been anything but smooth. There's still an adjustment period to play with LeBron, one Eastern Conference executive said, via Bontemps. But he's going to be just fine once he gets his feet wet and gets comfortable. The reality is, the duo of Doncic and James, two of the most dynamic and inventive players to ever step on the hardwood, will eventually mesh. The potential is undeniable. But while the chemistry between them will come, there are still lingering issues that can't be ignored. The Lakers' roster is far from perfect. Their perimeter shooting remains inconsistent, and with the rescinded Mark Williams trade from Charlotte, the team's interior defense and rim protection are also in limbo. As long as Jackson Hayes is your only lob threat, it's only going to look so good, a Western Conference executive said. Doncic is a fantastic player, so I have no doubt things will stabilize. But I'm not sure it happens this season. In other words, the Lakers' timeline for truly contending with this revamped roster may take a little longer to materialize than many had hoped. Time will tell, but it's clear, the road ahead could be bumpier than initially expected. Gabe Vincent has quietly become the player who the Lakers paid for. Don't look now, but the contract is paying off. Few players have become more polarizing on the Los Angeles Lakers than Gabe Vincent. Most readily acknowledge his defensive quality, but injuries and inconsistency have prevented the 28-year-old from rediscovering the form that made him a hot commodity in 2023. Thankfully, Vincent has quietly begun to play at the level that the Lakers initially paid him for, and it can't come at a better time. Is Shedeur Sanders' choice to skip throwing at the NFL Combine the right move? Speak. Next. Stay. Few players have become more polarizing on the Los Angeles Lakers than Gabe Vincent. Most readily acknowledge his defensive quality, but injuries and inconsistency have prevented the 28-year-old from rediscovering the form that made him a hot commodity in 2023. Thankfully, Vincent has quietly begun to play at the level that the Lakers initially paid him for, and it can't come at a better time. Vincent finished his final season with the Miami Heat with averages of 9.4 points, 2.5 assists, 2.1 rebounds, and 1.7 three-point field goals made in 25.9 minutes per game. While certainly not a dominant scoring threat, he was a willing shooter who could create for himself and defend at a high level. Unfortunately, thus far in 2024-25, Vincent is averaging just 5.6 points, 1.4 assists, 1.3 rebounds, and 1.3 three-point field goals made in 20.2 minutes per contest. Beyond the numbers, there have been agonizing bouts with an apparent refusal to shoot the ball. It's been the most frustrating element of Vincent's Lakers career, as a big selling point when he was signed was that he scored 20-plus points in 5 different games during the 2023 NBA playoffs. Thankfully, Vincent is beginning to look like the Miami version of himself on both ends of the floor, including a more aggressive approach on offense. Gabe Vincent seems to have found his confidence again on offense. Vincent failed to score at least 10 points in any of his first 19 appearances in 2024-25, averaging just 2.8 points in 16.7 minutes per game. He scored 10-plus in 3 of his next 8 games, but quickly came back down to the point of minimal production. Over his past 14 appearances, however, Vincent is averaging 8.8 points, 2.5 assists, and 2.1 three-point field goals made in 22.7 minutes per game, shooting at a clip of .445/.365/.750. Shedeur Sanders will reportedly not work out for teams at NFL Combine, the facility. Few players have become more polarizing on the Los Angeles Lakers than Gabe Vincent. most readily acknowledge his defensive quality, but injuries and inconsistency have prevented the 28-year-old from rediscovering the form that made him a hot commodity in 2023. Thankfully, Vincent has quietly begun to play at the level that the Lakers initially paid him for, and it can't come at a better time.